is so great, and the price that we have on this is absolutely incredible. 50% off, so we made it our showstopper. And Mark Gill is over here. Hey,
nice
you're gonna start with our Cuisinart. This is awesome. I know, when you came in, I was like, do we have those Cuisinart knives? They're at an incredible price. Each one comes with its own sheath, and of course, you know Cuisinart as the name in quality, especially when it comes to kitchen gadgets, but these knives are absolutely unbeatable. Sharp, beautiful. They come with their own sheath and 50% off today.
That's crazy. I'll tell you what, believe it or not, I've never been more confused selling a product in my life because the price doesn't match the product. That's crazy. The thing. When you go online, you're going to see 127 customer reviews. 121 of them are 4- and 5-star. That's the real deal. So I got to tell you something. When I see a $25 set of knives come across my desk, here's a look on my face. Right? It doesn't happen because you start looking feature for feature, and I'm going to put these guys up against knives you would find in the store for hundreds of dollars, and the price you see on the screen is for all of them. So let's go ahead and start. Every single one of these is going to have a sheath. This is great. You don't need the knife block. They can live in your drawer. They're not going to bang around and get dull. These are ceramic coated over stainless steel. Guys, here's why that matters. Stainless steel is the choice of professionals all over the world. It's very durable. The problem is it can pit, it can stain, it can rust. You can have problems with it. Ceramic is great knives, but they chip, and you don't want that, okay? So what we've done here is we've taken ceramic, which they use on the tiles on the space shuttle so they re-enter properly, and we've taken stainless steel, and we've combined them into a knife that I gotta tell you is never gonna stain, never gonna pit, never gonna rust. These are gonna be those knives that you go to every single time. They're gonna look good for years and years. So let's start talking about the features that I found on this knife that you don't find on knives that even come close to this price. First thing, French tip. Guys, this is a big deal. Knives are meant to be an extension of the angle of your wrist. So when you're working with something, the less you have to bend and work, the less strain you put on things. So when it comes time to dice onions, that tip, that French tip, is designed to go right in there to make life really easy. There's no bending. Remember, this is sharpened steel. You want to make sure you have the safest knife possible at your disposal, guys. So when it comes time for those quick jobs, you are set and ready to go. And then here's the big one for me. I want you to see something, okay? It's sharpened down this side, and it's sharpened down this side. If you've ever used a knife other than a bread knife that's only been sharpened on one side, you know what happens, right? You go to cut and it shoots off in one direction. Well, I want you to watch this nice and close, okay? The straightest, even cuts you're ever gonna get your whole life is with these knives. You wanna talk precision cutting, you wanna talk control, you wanna talk an edge that you don't ever have to worry about. This is the kind of knife that I want you to have in your kitchen. You don't have to spend 250 bucks. You only have to spend 10% of that. Isn't that incredible?
That's crazy. Well, each one of these knives would be an amazing value at $24.95. Guess what? Each knife and its sheath, $5 today. $5. And that really is incredible. Of course, they're beautiful, but they are so incredibly effective. You get that 8-inch chef's knife. That's the one you were using, right?
That's the one we just started with.
The 8-inch slicer, the 7-inch Santoku, the 6.5-inch utility knife.
And you get a 3.5, yep.
3.5-inch paring knife. You get all 5 blade guards, and get this, a manufacturer's lifetime limited warranty.
I told you, I'm
lifetime.
Confused. It doesn't make any sense to have a set like this for that kind of money. So guys, you just saw the chef's knife. That's gonna be one of your workhorses. This is your Santoku knife. A little bit shorter, a little bit thicker, and this is for the heavier jobs where you need a little bit more force, okay? So if you're doing tough skins, if you're doing tough vegetables, if you're doing meat, this is the kind of knife that you're gonna have because it doesn't matter and it doesn't care what you put in front of it. So guys, let me go ahead and just kind of put that there for a second. Now that was right through the skin of a pineapple, okay? Have a look here.
It's pineapple season, it's watermelon season. I mean, imagine that. That's just gonna cut.
Now this is the knife you want for those heavier jobs. You don't ever have to need that big cleaver anymore when you have a good quality Santoku knife, okay? Let me go ahead and we'll kind of get this out of the way just like that. Now, we've all been told that the test of a good knife is how it works on a tomato. So here, we're gonna skip that silly little slicing test, and I want you to watch this. How about a knife that's so sharp, I don't even need to bother with the cutting board, you guys. Look at this. It just fillets right off. Let me do that again. That's the kind of edge that we're talking about. I'm just gonna take it a little bit just down there so you can see how thin you can get these slices, you guys. This is the kind of knife that professionals are gonna have in their kitchen. So whether you're slicing, whether you're dicing, whether it's a little control or a lot of control, whether you're just preparing meals or fixing your next masterpiece, this is the kind of knife you wanna have. And you saw that right through the skin, no catching, no grabbing, no nothing. And we're only on knife number 2.
My goodness, only on knife number 2. Each knife, $5 for a lifetime. This could be the last knife set you ever buy, and it will only be $24.95. It is a little perplexing to think about that with the name Cuisinart, with the name that you can trust, and a lifetime limited warranty, $4.99, and it's a huge customer pick. So that means customers got it home. They said, not only are these knives beautiful, they are so good, and sharp knives are really crucial when it's when you're in the kitchen, because sharp knives are actually safer than dull knives. So many of them gone already, almost 500 gone. So once these are gone, they'll go back up to that $49.95 price. This is just for our birthday. Save 50%. And if you want to be able to save everything on shipping and handling, just spend $75 or more today on the entire day in any area, whether it's fashion or cooking. Of course, you're going to get these knives. Then what do you want? Maybe a pair of shoes. Maybe you want a can opener. Just anything that you want, $75 or more, it will all ship to you for free. Wow, that looks delicious.
You know, in just a few seconds, when you have the right tools, you can create those dishes that you find at the restaurants for, 10, 12, 13, 14 bucks. By the way, the smell of fresh cut herbs, that's the stuff so right there. So guys, you've seen the chefs, you've seen the Santoku. Now let's talk about the slicing knife, your carving knife. This is a full 8-inch slicer. You've got that sheath, and I'm going to remind you, this is ceramic over stainless steel. One of the hardest, most durable, non-staining, non-rusting, easy to clean substances over the professional choice of every chef on the planet, okay? So when it comes time for raw meats, cooked meats, any of your slicing jobs, your turkeys, I want you to watch this. This doesn't discriminate. It doesn't care if it's cooked, doesn't care if it's raw. One pass, you go right through. And I want you to see how clean that cut is, okay? And again, it's because we're sharpened on both sides. Drives me nutty to spend money on a knife just to find that it's only sharpened on one side. Would you guys get bored? And it's also it's also dangerous when you do a knife like that because it kind of flips out of control. Now here is where I really love the way this knife performs. This is going to blow your mind. All right, so we've all worked with salmon before. We've all worked with fish before. I want you to see something, okay? One pass straight through. No big deal, right? Well, watch. The skin is on it, you guys. Have you ever seen a knife go through skin that easy? And this is the kind of job that usually requires a big sportsman's knife. Well, I want you to watch this. Because of the blade, because of the control, because of the way that ceramic slides through virtually anything, now you're talking about filleting with the same knife that comes in that kit without any extra anything to buy. Let me do it again. Watch this, you guys. So many people spend so many hundreds of dollars on a sportsman's knife that will do this fast and this easy for virtually anybody. Watch that again. That's what I'm talking about, you guys. When it comes to control, when it comes to an edge that's going to work with you, I've always said the two most important tools in any kitchen are clean hands and a good knife. I'll tell you, you got them both with this, with the Cuisinart name, the lifetime guarantee, and the whole set of 5 plus the sheets. Again, I'm so confused.
$25. You're like, wait a second. Even if it was just one for $25, you'd go, that's an amazing knife. What a great value to be able to get one Cuisinart knife for $25. You are getting all 5 and they're matching sheaths. So it keeps them sharp when they're in the drawer. You get the 8-inch knife. You get the 2 8-inch knives, the 7-inch. You get the 3.5-inch paring knife. You also get the one that we're using right now, that great bread knife.
Right. Well, here's the cool thing. Excuse me. This is where I kind of looked at, you know what, like I keep saying, I get so excited about this set. It's out of this world. I mean, you've got your chef's knife, you've got your Santoku knife, you've got your slicer knife. They even included in this set a specialty knife. I double dog dare you to go to one of those fancy dancy kitchen stores and ask for one of those, small run, I won't say limited purpose, but the purpose that it's for makes life in the kitchen so much easier. And when you've got a knife like this that's included in your set, watch this. This is what this is great for. It's nice and wide. side. So when it comes time for a sandwich, and I gotta tell you, this is one of these ones where people are like, really, you're gonna make a big deal out of that demo? When you take the time and you love on this sandwich and you prepare for it, you think about it all day, right? The last thing you wanna do is rip it apart. So it's nice and wide so you can use your condiments. You don't need another knife, but watch this, you guys. And again, it's silly. I'm just cutting a sandwich, but nothing makes me happier when I've spent all this time on a sandwich and I get a cut that's that clean. I'm telling you, man, look at this. There's no crumbs, I'm shaking it. That crumb's from the other bread, I'll shake it again.
No crumbs,
that's
and
what I love.
The bread's not squished.
Exactly.
I mean, if you're using a knife that's not sharp and it's not designed specifically for bread, you're squishing that bread down.
Exactly. And this one is only sharpened on one side, and that's on purpose. That's so you don't get the ripping, you don't get the tearing, whether it's through lettuce, whether it's through bread, whether it's through cheese, and you can use the same knife to spread your condiments. Guys, every single workhorse of a knife is represented in this set, all the way down to your utility knife. And here's another area where I test a knife, right? I test the workmanship, I test the engineering, I test the thought that's gone into it. A paring knife should be approximately the length of your wrist to the tip of your finger. The reason for that, again, is it's an extension of your arm. Okay. So when you've got the right size of knife, especially when you get into smaller ones where sometimes you might be cutting towards you, you want to make sure that you've got that grip, that you've got that control. So all of your small jobs, your garnishes, if you like to do those fun little, little side guys on the plate, this is the one you're going to use. And watch this, it's never going to stain, and this is another one of those knives, I want you to see this, that's sharpened on both sides. So when it comes time to sliver that garlic, you won't believe how fast and easy it's going to be with this. Do you have weddings coming up? Do you have somebody running off to college or going to, heading to a dorm? Do you have a camper? Do you have a trailer? Do you like to go out in the, in the summertime and stuff? You don't have to sacrifice on an extra set. You don't have to go crazy on your main set in your house. It's Cuisinart. It's a lifetime guarantee, and it's every workhorse knife that you want to see in a set.
A lifetime guarantee. I really can see why you were so perplexed. A lifetime guarantee. Yep. 5 knives with the sheaths, all different colors, so you know exactly what you're using each one for $24.95. Right. Today, celebrating our birthday, we're giving you 50% off. Even the full price is astounding. At $50 for each one of these, $10 a knife, crazy. But $5 each, this is the right time to be getting new knives. If you've been thinking about, oh, I'm gonna have to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on a new butcher block. Why? Why not get these? And these are gonna be better than the knives that you get in that butcher block. Look at that.
Exactly. So if you're the chef at home, if you're the professional chef, or you're just kind of crazy with a knife, this is the one for you, you guys. Complete control. You've got that edge that you want. You're doing large jobs, small jobs. It's letting you fly through the prep that can take so much longer and be such a tedious chore when you're dealing with a knife that dulls. And as you watch this, guys, there's no pitting, there's no staining, there's no rusting, there's no anything. When you're done with the celery, it's a really nice brooch. Look at that, put a little pin in it, it's good stuff, all right? Remember, that is your chef's knife. You're also gonna get your Santoku knife, and remember, that's for your bigger jobs when you need a little more force. That's a butternut squash. Let me do that again. That's a butternut squash. Have you ever tried to cut through one of these? You work up the sweat. Oh. This is the real deal, you guys. Look at that.
Wow.
Love it, love it, love it, love it.
Through a butternut squash as if it was butter.
As if it was butter.
$4.99 for you to be able to get these home today. Huge customer pick, as you can imagine, not just because they're $25, but because they're really amazing knives with a lifetime guarantee. Look at how sharp those are. You look at them and you go, wait, the color though, that's gonna wear off. That's not paint, that's ceramic coating on stainless steel.
Exactly. So guys, remember, whether it's the tomato test, the onion test, the cucumber test, the celery test, whether you're worried about a knife that jumps off to the side because it's only sharpened on one side, whether you're doing things quick and easy, whether you're just kind of getting through your day in the kitchen, you want to have a good quality set of knives. You want to have legacy knives. You want to have knives you don't have to sharpen, babysit, care for, worry about, or if you lose while you're camping, who cares? Look at the price. This is the real deal. All 5 knives, you're gonna get your 8-inch chef's knife, you're gonna get your 8-inch bread knife, your slicer, you're gonna get your 7-inch Santoku, you're gonna get your 6.5-inch specialty bread knife, and you're gonna get your 3.5-inch utility knife. Again, I look at the quality, I look at the features, and I look at the price, I'm so confused.
Well, Well, get them home so you can be confused as well. As soon as you get them home, you'll be absolutely amazed at the quality. Great wedding gift to give anybody, whether anybody registered for these or not. These are going to be the ones that they're going to use for the rest of their lives. Thank you so much. You're back at noon?
Noon I am.
All right.